Hello and welcome to the Cosmic Tea. I'm your host, Kier, and we're going to hop right into it today because I love this. So, I was in my DMs and I was talking to a woman the other day, and she reached out to me and she said, she was interested in a session, just saying, like, on a post, oh my God, I need this. It was one of the things where I was talking about how when I go into your field, I can see the timeline that you're in, and I can see the timeline in which you are more fulfilled. You have what you desire, the business is working, or the relationship comes in, or whatever it might be. We all have really unique desires. I mean, it boils down to like the same shit, but you get what I'm saying. Unique patterning, the timeline. So I can see the two, and then I can see what is the most stuck. And she presents herself as a inner child in parallel timeline, expressing herself in your field as emotional dysregulation, nervous system trigger, and kind of these same reality loops, right? So I DM'd her and I was like, girl, just spill the tea, talk to me. Where do you feel stuck? And she goes, I don't even know if I'm stuck. I just have too many thoughts, too many ideas. I don't know which route to go. And she's like frustrated because she's like, she does the breath work, she does the regulation, she works on being in her feminine, she's super self-aware, and she guides so many women. So she's saying to me, she's like sharing with me her own inner narrative of, how do I know this is the right choice? She's told to niche down, just focus on this. Like you do too many things, because she's crafting, she's a mom, she's homeschooling, she's a breathwork facilitator, a yoga teacher, a yogi. She is super intuitive and does readings for people. She does a lot of things, and it's all expressed on her social media. So before I even gave her feedback, I asked her this. And so if you are in a similar space, I want you to ask yourself this. She was actually, I need to walk it back a second. She was saying that she just needs to be consistent, but she doesn't know what she needs to be consistent in. If she just picks one thing, she knows she just needs to pick that, and da da da. Spiral, right? So I said, okay, let's say you're consistent with one thing for 4 months. In your mind, in your belief system right now, what do you have? How do you feel? Right? So we have to break apart the belief, the formula that you're even putting out there. So she's putting out there, if I am consistent, then I will have blank and I will feel blank. And I typed that out and sent that to her. I said, fill in the blanks. Because really, honestly, most women, we don't have an idea problem. We have a belief about what will happen if we express that idea right, or say it right, do it right. Like, if I pick the right thing, then everything will work. Then I'll have money. Then I'll finally feel secure. Then I won't spiral anymore. Then I'll be respected. Then I'll be successful. And that pressure is so often what locks our systems anyway, because it's all rooted in conditioning and this right, wrong, good, bad, don't make a mistake, fail or succeed. When she started to get emotional, I was like, okay, we're in quantum inner child territory. This is not about business. There's a little girl in there, a little version of you that is terrified of making the wrong decision. I saw little her, and she was walking on this really straight line, like one foot in front of the other, and doing it perfectly. And she was in this, she was dressed up, like she was going to church on a Sunday, or it was Easter Sunday or something, this little girl, And she was afraid to even like look left and right. It had to be in line, correct. You kind of get the vibe, right? And I said to her, like, this is a block in your aura that's like canceling out the lived experience of infinite possibilities for you. Infinite possibility. And there is no right or wrong in the sense of, making a right or wrong decision in your business. It's a construct. There is a portal of possibility in every movement. That's why I talk so much about using the tools that we have to get out of freeze and just move, because there's a portal of possibility in every movement. It doesn't matter in the way that we think it does. Any move I make can be powerful, aligned, and just, stepping towards the possibility of my dreams, or it can be me convincing myself I'm just walking backwards. I felt so strongly in her field this guilt and internalized sense that it is shameful to desire. And a rigidness of rules. Like, if I just follow the right rules, then I'll be okay. And that was translating into how she's approaching her brand, her business, how she shows up online, whether she sells or not. So she shares with me, she says to me, she goes, "You've read me to filth." These were their DMs, little voice memos back and forth. And she shared with me that she did grow up as a pastor's daughter. Everything looking really, perfect and dressed up from the outside, but the inside it wasn't. And, didn't receive that nurturing, that safety. And it was follow these rules, then you're a good girl. Then you get, I don't know, the kingdom of God or whatever that, religious stuff. But I don't have to tell you, a lot of you have come from really strict religion and cults. I mean, Mormonism is a cult, right? And it's creating these rules within you that are stopping you from being free to express and create. So then I, picked up on two parts running. So yeah, there's a little girl who is like, okay, I'm really scared, and I need to get this right. I need to do this right. So remember that first fill in the blank thing at the beginning. If I am consistent with my content, with selling something, or with niching down, I will have blank and I will feel blank. That is what the mind is believing. Therefore, it's creating that reality, creating that rule. And then you're going to follow that rule, but your higher self and your divine inner child knows that rule isn't going to get you where you want. And so they're throwing all these tantrums. It's just overwhelm. It creates overwhelm. So we have this other part of her that's like, oh, well, I am free now. I live this beautiful life outside of the religion with a beautiful family. I don't want to follow the fucking rules. I want to do it my way. So you have these combating parts. These deep beliefs, in order to receive, I have to be good, be in line, I can't mess up. As a child, she received love in those ways. I receive love when I'm good. Love equals being in line. Love equals not messing up. Love equals following the rules. Love equals sacrificing myself to be chosen, to be holy, to be up to par with whatever image is being created, whatever. And the nervous system doesn't know any other way to survive but to stay in line with that. And that's the inner child. That's in the aura, and they are one and the same. So you sit there How do I know this is the right path? And from a 3D perspective, I literally said to her, you don't have to choose one path. You don't have to do one thing. You can literally be like, hi, I'm, blank. I do breath work. I homeschool. I dance. I smoke weed. Tarot readings. I pulled a card for myself this morning. I pulled a card for my friend. This is something I do naturally. Like, I'm booking sessions. Let's go. Or like, I did breath work this morning and I'm doing a group workshop tomorrow. Here's the link. Sell, move, no one's paying as much attention as you think. And people are magnetized to her. But again, you can't even get there when there's parts of you running the rules that it's not even safe to receive. So that's where the quantum inner child piece really comes in. Not just looking at the surface of the reality that we're buying into. We question the beliefs that are creating the reality, and we go to the actual imprint. Where is this coming from? This is not a new pattern. None of this is new. None of the patterns that we experience are new. None of the experiences we experience are actually new. Time is not linear. That version of her is not in the past. She was active in the field, really scared, really overwhelmed, not even able to just show up as herself and post a link because there's a rule. I have to niche down. I have to know what I'm doing. And so she'd take a few steps forward and then just slingshot back because there's that inner child running the program. Until we realize that. And we bring her into the light. And then she dissolves into the heart. And boom, you adjusted your vibration. You shifted your timeline. These versions of ourselves are not in the past. They are active right now. Running the nervous system, running the patterns, choosing what we allow with ease. I really believe it is our jobs to regulate, to see her, allow her to express these blocks and these imposter syndrome or where we feel so stuck and we're like, what is this? Why can't I just move? Or why can't I just figure this out? Why am I still at the same income ceiling or hitting the same creative wall or just repeating the same relationship? It's not something trying to sabotage you. It's a precious inner child who does not feel safe, isn't open to the love and the abundance that you're starting to move towards, you see. And when we go into the quantum field and we see her and we retrieve her, everything moves. A few days after this conversation, I saw on her stories that she was posted the link that she had some breathwork sessions. I DM'd her and I said, see girl, just be yourself, sell your shit. Not a big fucking deal. And she messaged me. She goes, oh my God, I needed that pep talk so bad. And she sold 4 sessions. So that's the work, people. That is the work. If you're listening to this and you're like, I have ideas, I have talent, people are drawn to me. I want to be seen. I want to create. I want to put myself out there. And you're just not able to. And you've tried the discipline, right? So this woman I was talking to, she's talked to the coaches, hired the coaches, been in the masterminds, tried the strategies. She's no dope. She knows how to do things. The women who come to me are highly intelligent, highly intuitive. It's not because you need more discipline. It's because there's a part of you, there's a part of her still trying to stay in line. There's a part of you still trying to stay in line with old rules that don't match the frequency of what you want to move into. I'm passionate. I'm passionate about this. So until those parts get seen, feel safe, reintegrate, you're going to be capped vibrationally. You're going to be capped with what you're able to receive. And I see the most prominent block. And once we see her, that's why reality moves fast. That's why you are going to go book 4 breath sessions in a couple of days after a session and you post a link one time. That's why clients DM you out of nowhere. Opportunities pop up, new jobs pop up, whatever. Reality has no choice but to respond. So, how fun is that? If you want to get in to a one-on-one quantum healing, quantum inner child session, DM me on Instagram. I'm also going to link the booking in the show notes. I take about 10, 12 online spots per month. I'm also doing mini sessions in person if you happen to be local to me at Soulshine Crystals and Avon by the Sea by appointment, and also 2 Saturdays a month for spring and summer 2026. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. If you enjoy my podcast, please, 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 please review, subscribe, shoot me a DM, share with your friends, share in your stories. Let's get this cosmic ball rolling, 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 rolling.